Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we're bringing you another A Link to the Past All Dungeons Restricted Major Glitches tournament match. It should be pretty hype. It is the number 1 seed Xelna versus the number 9 seed, I believe it's pronounced daotmb. And I am joined today on commentary by Anders and Ninnies. And how you doing today, gentlemen?
Hey, I'm doing pretty well, thanks for asking. That's Ninnies.
Ninnies. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm going to set them off. And I will leave it to you before I derp again. Thank you.
You're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for restreaming.
Okay, so that's Ninnies. Ninnies is cool.
Yeah, and that's Anders. Anders is great.
That's really cool of you to say. We're in for a really cool match today. We have Xelna, the number 1 seed, I believe current world record holder, and Dao has set his title to Gamer, whereas Dao, the number 9 seed with a very comparable time, has had his name set to Zzzboom, which I don't know what means. But both of our runners have gone live, and you know what that means. We're in for some all dungeons restricted major glitch action.
Oh yeah. So first of all, as always, these first 2 segments aren't too exciting. I'm willing to bet that we're going to see some additional clips in the Eastern segment, but right now the best thing to do is if you have any questions about this category that you would like to ask either of us, while we kind of get through these, we'll do our best to answer them, as well as give a nice little play-by-play for execution in these areas.
Yeah, I mean, I can also tell you, like, it doesn't have to be about this game. You can ask me just about anything. I enjoy long walks on the beach. I'm making some curry right now. I can tell you guys that we have a really fun Zelda trivia question coming up later this run, so I'm really excited for that.
As am I. I always look forward to your trivia questions.
I'm glad someone does. There have definitely been a few where I've asked the trivia question and everyone in chat goes silent, and like, I was like, well, I'm having fun. Well, I appreciate that, Nori. Always. So, of course, I'm gonna make the same jokes I make every time, and you guys can pretend to laugh. We are going to go save Princess Zelda. The point of the game is to save Princess Zelda. Thank you, Bedsores. And we're gonna do it in roughly 6 minutes.
It's pretty safe to say. It all depends on some additional RMG. There's not really too many major time losses. I believe one of the biggest ones is just depending on where the rat's gonna go.
Yeah, that rat is not a nice friend.
So unfortunately, a little early of a grab from Dao there, grabbing the statue.
Hate to see it, but it happened. Both of these runners are very experienced. Xelna, one of the top runners in the No Major Glitches category, and Dao, a top runner in many different categories, both restricted major glitches and no major glitches. More on the execution side of things, of course, but still knows his way around. A lot of the miscellaneous stuff, thank you, checks.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how many different categories we have on this. Restricted major glitches, definitely all dungeons is the most popular. As
right now,
no major glitches, the most popular one is easily just the the no save and quit NMG. Although that is its full name of it, it's typically just known as NMG, and the no save and quit is pretty much a given. There exists a save and quit version of it, but it's not really too popular.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're getting into the real meat of the tournament now. Everyone left could take this. They're all amazing, talented players. They're all doing their best. It's really been such a lovely time commentating and watching these runs go, because there's so much talent in this community, and this tournament has been a great showcase for it. Both runners heading to the secret escape tunnel that the King of Hyrule has placed behind his throne and obviously not used properly, but, you know, it happens.
Yeah, it's really great about this category. We've seen runners that are like 111, 112. They've gotten like 114s, just to show you how, you know, even though you may be prepared for this, there might still be a couple of things that are not executed as well, or you may just not have the aforementioned RNG set up in front of you. So there could be some lead changes back and forth throughout this, as we've seen in like the last 4 or 5 races of this tournament. There's been a lot of lead changes and really close races along the way.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say, in my opinion, that this is a particularly volatile category.
Absolutely.
It's very reset heavy, and we don't like it sometimes. Yes, it is called basically all disasters. That is very true and very accurate. I mean, you know, I always say I don't quite think that the run begins until Helmasaur King is defeated, but we'll see. We still have a slight lead due to that early statue from Dao, giving Xelna a little bit of leeway, and at this point in the stage, every little mistake matters. You don't want to give up any time against these runners, because they're gonna remember it, and so are you.
Yeah, one mistake is another person's advantage. Keeping that in consideration, both of our runners having a fantastic escape too. Getting well under 553 is a really good time with execution. That's utilizing all the mechanics that we have access to us, even pumping to save us a little bit of frames here and there, and that all adds up. I believe like the lowest escape I've ever seen is about like a 551, like what Dao just got. That's really, really good.
And now we're gonna make our way through save and quit to... Oh, neither runner is going for Citrus. Dao getting unfortunate RNG on that Octorok there. I am a little bit surprised to see Xelna not taking it. I seem to remember him taking it in a previous match, but I may be incorrect in that.
It might just
assumption.
be a personal choice right now with, like, you know, either maybe either runner doesn't feel like kind of going for it, or just with how close both of these runners are in their execution, it just could be like, I'm not even going to risk the time to mess it up and give them an additional chance. So,
which is absolutely fair.
Yeah, I believe like this was just more or less a choice for consistency versus a time save.
Yeah, this is, you know, not quite our favorite split here. It's pretty typical, standard, but still got some good maneuverability to it. Eastern Palace being the first true dungeon, we take some time and really kind of get the basics in here. But it really depends. We can really see how well their execution is. I don't know how my brain just did what it did. It completely turned off in the middle of that sentence. So I appreciate you all
Happens to me
sticking
all the
there
time.
until the end of it. Oh lord, we are going up to the only real glitch of this proper dungeon, the big key skip, which, man, they did it so fast that I didn't even see it happen.
Yeah, I was safe to expect both of our runners here having no problems with it. Just wanted to avoid the commentary curse and not acknowledge it before it even happened.
Absolutely. So, Ninnies, while we're in this, we have a question. When was this category started? Have there been big additions, subtractions to the list of restricted major glitches? Well, first off, let me just pop this in chat quickly and see if we have it here. We do have it here. And Ninnies, you run RMG. Why don't you tell me a little bit about ADRMG and how this category sort of evolved?
Yeah, sure. So, just a quick background. I started learning no major glitches roughly about 3.5 years ago. I only made the move into learning all dungeons about 2 years ago, back when they figured out the bomb clips that we see often in this. But by the time when I started learning it, we did not have the bomb clip that allowed us to go from mire to Hera to swamp, and I had to learn that via the sword buffers. So that was a little bit of an adventure, and shout out to Josh RTA, who patiently sat with me for about 30 minutes and taught me how to sword buffer. But yeah, this is a long-standing category, and it's really only gained steam just because of the accessibility that the bomb clips grant us. Makes it much more approachable, a lot less precise movement that had to be learned. And if you've ever tried to mess around with learning sword buffers, it is not easy at all. You can kind of mess around and you can control it a little bit better with select buffers, although I was never really adept at that, so I just basically went full steam forward on the sword buffers. Just a quick talk about sword buffers. What we do is we control Link's movement by limiting the amount of pixels he's doing by slashing the sword and also holding the direction.
Well, there you have it. I, on the other hand, have never touched this category. And I also want to really take a moment to say that one of the reasons that this category has been so... not forced, that's not the word, but so revitalized recently is because of the amazing work that has been done in creating a new all dungeons restricted major glitches manual. I'm gonna link it in chat, so if you're interested you can go read the freaking manual and learn a little bit more. This kind of came up right before the tournament and helped us really hype it up for everyone involved.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that specifically learned this category for the tournament. A couple of them actually made it to brackets, and unfortunately, they are right now carving their way through the either the losers bracket or the secondary tournament that we have set up, which is the silvers bracket, which is most of the people that got eliminated from the bracket or from the group stages. They're all competing against people of equal skill value. So that is just like this is the Wild West of runners at really strong running times, and that can really take their they can take a victory there. It's pretty sweet.
Next points out that Xelna did a really nice D-boost for that Kiki Yeet there. But something's going on.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a I think there was just one extra hop that was not anticipated there. So unfortunately, Xelna did not land where he needed to be. So we just have to hope that... Oh, there we go. So second try got there. Meanwhile, Dao is making their way through the first setup of Palace of Darkness here. and got that first door open, so it's really good. Xelna sword buffering and just straight in. Very nice second attempt.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is a volatile category. There's a lot of soft locking, potential hard locking, all that can just happen within the blink of an eye.
Yeah, that's another main reason why save and quit is allowed here, because if you are to soft lock, really save and quit is the only way to get out. And specific dungeons, like right after you leave this one, you can't continue to run without a save and quit. So that's why it's allowed in, I believe, all of the restricted major glitches categories.
Yeah, this is, as those of you who are familiar with, probably with Minis and myself and how we kind of talk about this run, this is one of the most stressful splits for me personally, because the boss of this dungeon, we are just so ill-equipped compared to where we would normally be. So just keep your eyes open, because so much can happen in the next 5-10 minutes. Things going quick.
Double pixel perfect trick coming up here from Dao.
Yep. See how he does.
That looks good.
I think it is. I will mention that unlike many of the runs that we've been seeing the past couple of days, today is not winner takes all. The winner of this match will continue in the brackets. The loser of this match will head down to the loser's bracket, but will still be in a position where they can go forward and make it to the finals. So that's pretty exciting if you ask me. And go ahead, ask me. I'll tell you the same thing I just said.
Just as smooth as Dao's hammer jump, Xelna also got it very quickly. Very nice. And they are on to the final section of this dungeon. Both also in good.
Dao is at the point of wonderful return.
Dao taking a hit there. Still can't take more than one hit here on Helm's.
Ooh! Unfortunate on...
Yeah, that is really unfortunate as well. Luckily, though, Xelna has extra hearts to pick up, so both of our runners can't afford more than one hit.
Chance, can you specify what your question is referring to, please? Because maybe I'm just not braining properly. Dao going for an easy boom, not easy boom strat, but a safe boom strat. Works well in his favor. See how his turtle room goes. This turtle room is the bane of many people's existence, including mine. Shoutouts to Greenham for teaching me the proper setup for this, which I've managed to do quite a few times. If you walk or dash into sexy statue.
I think dashing would be slower because of the charge up, to be honest.
I think it is. Oh, Dao says dash. Dao is with us in chat and with us in our hearts. Let's see how his 17 hammer hits to the face go. I see the tail winding up there, but I think Dao's going to be in good shape to knock that mask off. Well, I'm assuming that since he's in chat that he's fine, but who knows? Definitely not.
Good RMG there, right up against the wall.
Woof. Gets through that Helma circle.
Very lucky that didn't also get a fireball there in combination with that.
Yeah, that could have been bad. Let's see how Xelna's goes.
Looks like Helmasaur's being nice so far. Beautiful fight from Xelna. No fear, no damage.
Oof. You know, that makes me happy. So from here, our runners are going to get ready for Tower of Terror. What am I doing? Minis, am I okay?
God, I hope so.
I do too. I don't want to not be okay. Tower of Hera, also sometimes referred to as Mountain Tower. And if you are familiar with our trivia questions, you'll know that the mountain that they're on for Mountain Tower is... Do you remember anybody? Anybody? Bueller? It is not Mount Rushmore. It is not Mount Doom. Shoutouts to Jakey Numbers. It is Mount Hebra. Hebra Mountain. See what Dow's strat is in my favorite auto-scroller room that no one likes because it's horrible.
Very clean teleport there from Xelna.
Dow taking a very safe approach between two pots.
Probably going to see Xelna attempt to the item dash here.
No, I'm not sure. I can't quite actually remember what he does in this situation. But I'm sure we'll find out.
For it.
Yeah, he is. Oh, can't quite get it. Oh, there he goes. You know, I will say on Tart Milk that Moldorm is a lot less volatile in this category. We have the Magic Hammer, which, apart from not actually being magic at all, is really powerful. So we get to skip the enraged phase of of Moldorm and just go on to the much easier portion of the fight. So I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Petting Zoo being a little mean to Dow here.
Yeah. But gets through, gets that Moon Pearl. I do not believe that he hit the safety switch, so we're gonna be a little nervous going up here, aren't we?
I don't know. I'd expect enough like strategy from these runners to not really worry about their health leading up to Moldorm here.
That's fair. Alright, so, ooh, that could have been bad. Got his second hit. Third hit, and Moldorm is down.
Yeah, it's really lucky Moldorm didn't go on that far left side. That's arguably the worst spot for it to be, just because of the small area which Moldorm would just kind of bounce around.
Let me tell you, in my opinion, any spot is the worst spot for Moldorm.
Really quick fight here for Xelna. Catching up.
Doing what he's gotta do. Just gonna make it through there. You know,
Xelna made up a little bit of time just because Dow had a little bit of a unfortunate setup. Was a little bit too high on the cliff trying to get up to him.
Yeah. Now DMA approved, or DMD proper, sorry. Brain is just not functioning at full capacity today. Not that it ever does. Both runners heading into Thieves Town momentarily. Typically a much later dungeon compared to where we are, but break the rules. We're rebels. Right, Ninnies?
A little bit, yeah. I also like the quick menu to the bombs here. It's just the runner's choice, kind of like of where to do like your little pause menus. We do need to use the bombs later on in this in order to kind of get through a certain section. We've got to blow a hole through the roof, so that way we can let some light shine in this dark dungeon.
Ooh. That made my heart warm. Gotta shine some light in, yeah. That's real.
Fortunately, the RMG did not allow Dao to get a good God Pixel there. That little puffball there would have most likely hit even if he landed on the perfect pixel.
Yeah, but let's see how Xelna gets through it.
Nice adjustment
Oh,
there.
that is beautiful. That just made me feel some things. I've got the vapors. Now we are rolling up to our Zelda trivia question of the day in just a few moments. But we have a moment to spare before then.
Nice movement there. Was able to just hammer all these enemies
beautifully. These runners are such a high level, though. I'm not really surprised anymore. Alright, so now that Dao has collected the maiden, it's time for our Zelda trivia question. Can you name the first video game in which Princess Zelda was a playable character? Name the first video game in which Princess Zelda was a playable character. You have until Sword Up on the boss fight of Thieves Town. Never mind, Abysssoft gets it right off the bat. The answer is the 1993 CDI, I wouldn't call it a hit, Zelda, The Wand of Gamelon.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was one of the CDIs. I wasn't sure if it was Wand of Gamelon or Zelda's Adventure.
Man, I thought that was going to be a really hard one.
I mean, you're definitely talking about two of the most blights on on this series that everybody tries to forget but memes it all up. We got a help from Zelda in chat.
On a scripted fight? I have... Oh wow, we have some controversial.
Zelda just trolling.
Just making sure we're paying attention. We have some controversial opinions in chat, and I'm just not going to talk about those. But ninnies, I will say we are in a crystal cutscene at the same time on both screens. So let me ask you, what's your favorite holiday?
Halloween, hands down.
Ooh, good answer. And prepare.
I love Halloween. I'm not really big on dressing up, but I love a lot of the stuff that kind of comes out, merchandise-wise, stuff like that. I tend to get like a lot of like my my horror movie T-shirts. They come in. It's pretty sweet. Plus, we have a store that opens up its second and third floors. That's all dedicated to Halloween and costumes.
Yeah, I really enjoy Halloween. I'm not really a horror movie kind of person, to be quite honest. I have an overactive imagination. I always say that I really only want to watch horror movies with people I want to make out with. My DMs are open.
Well, you know, I think during this time we probably should avoid some of that contact.
Oh, dang, that's fair. Alright, so most important part of the run is coming up soon. The fence dash. Let's take a moment to breathe for... I'm just going to keep talking, making sure that Xelna is fine, and we're fine. Frog door is fine.
Yeah, Xelna's fine. There's a visual cue to know that Xelna's not fine.
Yeah, it's decapitation, I believe. Meanwhile, Dao getting his wonderful down payment on a new sword. When I was a youngin, I saw The Exorcism of Emily Rose in theaters with a girl who I didn't know. Ooh, down misses the fence dash. Gonna cost him. With a girl who I didn't know had a crush on me, and who thought it was a date. And we were very good friends throughout high school and college, and it's kind of funny now.
Oh, our commentary is full of additional side stories.
Now getting a little bit of bully because of missing that fence dash. Got a skull bush, got poked by a speary boy.
Nice little extra half heart of recovery for Dao there.
Love to see it. Let's see how this room goes. Looks very solid pattern. Oh.
Yeah, Dao has been able to hold the lead since Palace of Darkness, but Xelna's just been right on their heels all day.
It is very much, we're at the point where everyone's like, ooh, Xelna not having the best RNG here. Take some
reaction though to knock the Gibdo out of the way though.
Very smart. See how Dao's bomb jump goes. Oh, manages a wonderful bomb jump and using those iframes to get around those mini Moldorms. I'm proud of him. Good job, Dao.
Really good RNG there by the Moldorm. For once, they're actually nice. Quick bomb jump from Xelna there.
But had to take just a few seconds to get those mini Moldorms out of the way because he didn't have the luxury of those iframes. I gotta think of another good question for if we get into another crystal cutscene. Ooh, I know what it's gonna be. You know, we like to keep you on your toes here on ZSR 3.
Hellway coming up.
Oh, this is a scary room, but they do it so nice.
Quick and optimal.
You know, I'm convinced that these runners, their games just run faster than mine. Like, that their little elf boy is just speedier.
You know, sometimes it feels that way. Nice job from Dao there, getting those pokes really close to the spikes and was still able to get knocked down. Two quick pokes.
Oh,
Moth getting a little bit away from Xelna here.
Oh gosh.
Blocked by the spike.
Oh my
really
gosh.
Close, but
that was a frame and a half. They probably just did that to troll us. That's gonna lose him a little bit of time, though, I will mention. We are in a double cutscene.
Nice start to the fight, though.
Absolutely. Oh man, now we're not in a double cutscene, so I won't. I'll save it.
Oh, there's plenty of time, my boy.
Oh, ninnies, you know how to make me blush. Ugh. Gosh, really, my heart is still pounding from that Mothula fight. I don't know about you.
I mean, once the boss is over, you know, the heart rate goes back down to normal.
Now we are going to head to our favorite shop. Well, one of our favorite shopping trips. We're going to collect the Ether Medallion, and we're going to go down to Zora's Domain. Oh gosh, that was close.
Yo-ho, I could not have put that any other way.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like, it was short, succinct, and to the point.
Yeah, you got me there.
Alright, now we're on to our longest single segment, hopefully single segment, in this category. All of our runners' bomb counts are looking pretty healthy, so I suspect we will see a bomb clip here. Very nice and safe for Dao. Let's see how Xelna takes it. A little bit north on that. This one looks good.
Set. Very nice.
That was pretty cool. Dao almost snapped right into that that spot where you could just dash buffer straight into those picks.
But unfortunately, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So he had to try it again.
Very nice quick adjustment there from Xelna. Roughly about the same time Dao took, so no real gains there.
All about the gains. That's what my friends tell me. Solid spin speed right there for our good friend daotmb. Now, I also want to mention that Dao is a bit of a utility player. Early or late last year, I guess it would have been, might have been earlier this year. He ran all 3 of the first Zelda games in a relay, and it was quite the sight to see.
Yeah, Zelda 2 is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I do enjoy watching the speedrun of it, just because when you kind of like optimize it and cut out a lot of the excess, it looks like it's really enjoyable. Xelna had a little bit of a better room there with the pose actually staying with on the side of it. Dao looks like he's going to get a 2-phase or 2-cycle land mode.
This is another chance for Xelna to pick up some time.
Yeah, it's going to be small incremental gains until we get to Meyer. Meyer could be where there could be some really good gains coming. Ooh, quick adjustments there. Nice 1 cycle from Xelna. So I'm going to pay attention to the entrances here at Meyer to give you guys an idea of how close they really are. So we have a 43 enter on using Xelna's time. and 07. So roughly about 25 to 26 seconds, not taking into consideration stream delay, is the lead difference between these.
And that is close.
Ooh, nice double hit there with the splash damage from the fire rod.
Fortunately, with this run, all the major RMG is right at the end. So, you know how that is.
Alright, looks like Zelda's gonna go for the bomb jump here, and I don't think Dao's gonna go for it, just judging by the small key.
You know, I am a little bit surprised to see Xelna go for that, but then not go for Citrus.
I believe this is a bigger time save versus Citrus, so it's definitely worth the risk. Zelda, we know, is in chat, so is most likely also watching Dao and trying to figure out where there could be some good time saves to close the gap.
Makes sense. These boys are smart cookies.
Sometimes it comes down to execution, sometimes it comes down to tactics.
You're a smart cookie, too.
Ooh, looks good. And he's in there.
Yes, you got it. Whew.
Alright, clean first clip from Dao here.
You know, the second goes. This is the more nerve-wracking one for me.
Takes time to take on the Moldorm. See,
that looks good.
Looks good.
Perfect.
That's looking a little bit spicy, and we're in.
Oh. War Rando is actually one of my favorite randos to watch personally. Yoho, just as a comment. It's really kind of interesting finding how the everything just kind of fits together in that. But again, that's just an opinion. Very solid 2 Mire, 2 Furious from Dao. See how Xelna takes it.
Rando, with my personal input, just confuses the hell out of me.
Oh yeah,
because I'm so used to specific room execution that when like I'm thrown into a room I don't recognize, I'm just like, okay, what am I doing?
See, the rando people that I follow are very smart and very good at small details and figuring out logic. So they kind of just talk through things, and I think that that's really nice. That being said, we're not playing rando, so that's neither here nor there. Alright, setting up for this spooky action glitch. Toss it in the void. Shoutouts to Void. Alright. Toss it in the void. Shoutouts to Void.
Alright, both of our runners preserving Spooky.
Sorry, that tickled me.
Guess it all depends on how you feel about Rambi.
We all know the right answer to this. And yes, there is a right answer.
Really nice fight from Dow here on Vitreous. Xelna right behind.
See how his Viddy fight goes.
Just as clean. Alright, we're going to see how close these runners are with sword ups using Xelna's timer.
So Ninnies, it
Yes.
seems that we find ourselves in a double crystal cutscene.
Do believe so.
May I ask, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
I love Kit Kat.
One of those weird people who just bites into the entire Kit Kat?
No, I usually segment
You break
it.
them? Okay, good. You're not a sociopath. Yes, Chex, unfortunately you did, but just for you, can you name the first video game that's...
16 seconds of difference between our runners.
Ooh, and Dow having some trouble clipping in here. Makes it. Oof.
From Xelna, so that's going to be another nice gain.
Yeah, it's all about the gains. Chex, the question is, can you name the first video game in which Zelda was a playable character? Doom is wrong. It's still wrong, guys. We already have the answer. The answer's already... It's already happened.
Farmer 64.
Gosh darn it. Ooh, slightly unfortunate, a little bit of time lost there for Dow.
About 5 to 6 seconds of difference between them right now.
I am scared. I am
Not
stressed.
taking into consideration stream delay.
That is true. See how the diver down holy diver goes for our good friend daotmb, and for our good friend Xelna.
Both very quick and clean.
If one of them gets a 0 cycle and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, that could do it as well. Xelna choosing to pick up the refill there. Both their bomb counts are pretty nice, though.
For those of us who missed it, it was the Legend, or not even the Legend of Zelda. It was Zelda Wand of Gamelon for the CDI, released in 1993.
Ooh, unfortunately, Dow
But-
can fail out.
Now
but
misses the
Xelna's
0 cycle.
Here is
Xelna pulled ahead.
Crystal catch at 41, Crystal catch at 43, 2 seconds of difference, not taking into consideration stream delay. Woo. So after being behind from Palace of Darkness, Xelna has finally pulled ahead here. So, Anders,
Gosh, I was not
what's your
prepared.
favorite comedy?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Favorite comedy movie?
Ooh, favorite comedy movie. Huh. That's a really good question, because I actually don't watch very many movies.
And these mirror wraps, though.
I know, those are beautiful mirror wraps.
They hip-hop their way into freaking the perfect pixels and gonna get these bomb clips. Different setups. Ooh, I'm in a little bit of trouble here. Alright, gets it no problem. With a little bit of trouble on the icebreaker from Xelna. We see another lead change, and we do. Dao is through.
Goodness, I'm stressed.
Xelna's gotta get it here. There we go, yeah. There's not enough magic that you can recover after, I believe, your third attempt here. So, thankfully, Xelna was able to get through.
Just goes to show you that this category, man. This category. Dao heading down to Cold Stare. Let's see how we do.
One of them gets away, but not too far.
Giving Xelna a little time to catch up. Xelna says LMAO in chat, but gets a lovely Cold Stare fight.
Super clean. Alright, let's try to figure out where the lead change is right now. And while we're going to be in this cutscene, if you don't watch that many movies, I guess I'll ask instead, do you have a favorite TV show?
Yes, I do. As a young homosexual growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s, I watched the original Charmed with Holly Marie Combs, Shannon Doherty, Rosa McGowan, and Alyssa Milano pretty regularly. And I am mildly ashamed, almost mildly ashamed, but also not mildly ashamed to admit that that is the first television show that I watch every year on the 1st of January at midnight. I start the series, watch all 8 seasons. It's the first show I watch.
About 16 seconds of difference is what we're looking at right now.
Whew. I don't know if my heart can take much more of this. Ooh, Xelna having a little trouble getting that speed state.
It's definitely a little bit faster there to just reattempt it rather than just reposition and then just dash your way up. Quick clip there from Dao. Let's see how this mirror wrap for Trevor Rock goes. Looks a little bit... okay.
I think that's
A
fine.
little scary at first, but gets there safely.
It's all about the safety, isn't it?
right spot, and there we go. Oh, that was so quick.
Lordy, this is gonna be... I'm gonna need a drink after this.
Fridge.
Drink responsibly, friends.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a mirror wrap that fast. That was beautiful.
You know, when it comes down to it, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's execution, and it's that survival instinct. Dao, unfortunately, taking some extra damage there, missing the crystal switch the first time. Let's hope for a fairy drop. I don't know what his prize pack's looking like.
No! Don't worry, Zelda knows the fix for this. But it's really unfortunate.
Oh no.
Has to take the mirror out.
What do you do?
There's a couple of things you can do where you manipulate the block on the side and you can kind of push it there. But unfortunately, I think there was just a snap decision to just mirror and just reattempt rather than trying to go for back. Yeah, it's definitely safer just to go for it.
You know, this is the biggest enemy in this run, in this race. It's all about the run itself. You're racing yourself in the end, and the game's gonna give you what the game's gonna give you. You really can't do anything about it.
Nice RNG, but does not have time to pick up the fairy.
He's got to make up time where he can. I mean, really, no time to dawdle. You just gotta go. You gotta run. It's a speed run, not a speed meander and pick up a fairy, Nickies. Come on!
Xelna's also pretty healthy for this. Had a really good laser bridge skip there. Unfortunately, Dao was the one that took a little bit of damage, so was kind of coming into that section with like 2 hearts. Would not have minded, you know, the extra pickup of that fairy.
Hey, you know what? Playing it safe has worked to many people's advantage. Greenham is an apt reminder that you can't ignore safety and stability in the end. So I hope that our attack didn't hurt you that much, my good friend. Know that we're all still rooting for you.
So we're about a full crystal cutscene away from both of our runners here.
And that's again, a long crystal cutscene.
There is a lot of opportunity for time loss and time gain from either runners. And then Aga Tower, as we all know, is where the real time dump can be. Aga can be real nice or it can be real mean. So we're going to have to see kind of where that leaves us. I think if all things are kind of considered, I think Dao would need anywhere from about 6 to 7 blue balls for Zelda to catch up.
I think that's just about correct. But again, the execution side of things is really important in these last couple of splits. We're definitely out of the realm of glitches matter as much as execution. And Xelna is a master executor. So is Dao, but, you know, it is still a race.
I mean, I'd say it's pretty safe to say that both of these runners have insane execution right now.
Absolutely. Gotta keep your eyes open, do what you can do.
The most important thing that both of our runners can do in this dungeon is health management.
Agree with that. Very strongly agree with that. Dao getting rid of his bombs to make this an easy transition to Fire Rod. Or to... I always forget how that quite works, but obviously I didn't have it quite right in my brain.
I feel like it's less menus, or less menu inputs in order to get from the fire rod to the bow and arrow.
You are probably correct. Oh, I did kind of say it right. Let's see how the Ice Armos goes.
Ooh, a little bit of trouble here from Dao, trying to save some health right here, but trying to do the safe route, but unfortunately got himself stuck.
That happens. That one's frustrating. Let's see how the Mimics go for him. Ooh, very nice for Mimics 1. And a good solid Mimics 2.
Super fast and clean Mimics 1 from Xelna.
Little more hesitation on Mimics 2 with that final Mimic. Dao just missing that second Stalfos.
I'm not too sure it was actually hesitation. Unfortunately, the way the bow works is if there's already an arrow out
On screen,
probably
you're correct.
just a couple of quick Y presses, and unfortunately the arrow wasn't completely in the enemy, so Zelda
Great
being real
maneuvering
bouncy
on
and getting
Dao's
false, so
side.
that's really nice.
We are both in Gauntlet. Very good Gauntlet 1 on Xelna's side. Dao heading out of Gauntlet, heading towards Land Mode 2 Electric Boogaloo. And that's what we like to see. Ooh, having a little bit of trouble in G5, but making it through beautifully.
Ooh, unfortunately, the fireball preventing the one cycle of land mode.
Well, that's going to cost a little bit of time, but we're having some trouble on this bridge before Torches 1, so that can give him...
That happens.
And it just seems to happen.
And they just poke you.
They're not nice. Maybe next trivia question will be me asking, who's the meanest enemy? Who is it? I don't like
sure
that.
A lot of people are going to say Dead Rock.
Accurate.
Although, I don't know if that's an actual trivia question, because that's a little bit more open to opinion.
Yeah, but it's true. Going for the Helma key. Heading into, almost into Moldorm 2. There we are, that was a good Moldorm 2, very solid. I'm wondering if Xelna's just gonna hover it. As he is 1-2. Xelna going for the circle chest. Oh, no. Maybe? No.
don't think Xelna is one to hover, to be honest.
Not in this situation, I don't think.
I mean, I wouldn't even. Yo,
Very
nice
good
first
patterns. Oh, wow.
Super clean.
See how we do on Zelna's side. Zelna gonna get his lucky. Oh, that's not bad.
Nice triple.
Yeah. Only
Ooh,
a double on
unfortunately,
that.
he's on one of the beams.
But gets it on the third.
Yeah, good recovery there.
Dao heading into Aga Tower.
So it's still a race. We don't know how many blue balls either runner's going to get. It could be really good, or it could be really bad. It all really depends. Unfortunately, this blue run's giving Dao a little bit of a problem there. I wouldn't say it all comes down to blue balls, but blue balls would definitely help or hinder either run.
It's so intense that I think we're both just kind of in awe. Yes, Buddha, we do read chat. Ooh, an early attempt at a dash there is going to cost a little bit for Dao, but still should be in good shape.
Not too worried about health, but still being low health right now, and Agatar is a little bit worried.
See how his Foreman's Basement goes. Very nice. Very
Didn't even
smooth.
have to deal with the first
The other
circle
guard,
red
yeah.
guard.
But then gets bullied by that guy.
Couple of pops for Xelna here. Nice, doesn't even have to deal with any of the enemies.
Oh, but that one eye bat. Alright. Dao about to head into Aghanim 1. Get our praise and our Moy eyes and all that stuff in chat. Ooh, an odd little dodge there, but it worked. This is too close for comfort. I'm getting a rash.
At 803.
One blue ball.
So Xelna about 23 seconds behind.
2 blue balls.
It's our first blue ball for
One
Xelna.
blue ball.
The
3?
Dao.
Yeah. And that's all it's going to be for him, I believe.
Good for
Another blue
Xelna.
ball. Dao finishes with 3.
Looks like 3 for Xelna as well. So about the average. So both of our runners are going to maintain their distances from one another. Comes down
Social
to these
distancing, friends. Ooh, 3 each. 59 entry.
Phase 1 already done. Looks like it's going to get a clean 1-1
2
here
entry.
for Dao.
So they are about 21 seconds away from each other. Okay, so I want to mention partner Twitch streamer Steven IRL, who got 2 15 blue ball runs. A lot of warps.
Luck here on the warps. He was going to get the free spin in. Just the free spin.
And get Scorch Glitch.
It's just execution all the way out. Warps being pretty nice here for Xelna so far. Gets the free spin. Ooh, really close. Double free spin for Xelna.
Oh my gosh.
It's real close, friends.
It blew up. It blew up. My chest is oh my goodness. Pending any disasters, it looks like Dao will come in first place with a PB, I believe.
And it's
Dao
done.
ending
Dao
with
finished first place
an official
with an official SRL time of 1:11:58.
Oh, let's see if we can get Dao in here for an interview. Meanwhile, Xelna has blown up the pig.
And Zelda not far behind, 1:12:19. This is a nice race PB. It looks like about 4 seconds off of Dao's PB.
Yeah. Big GG's. Let's see, after the runners wipe the sweat off of their likely sweaty palms, if we can get them in here for a little chit-chat. We will definitely see. I highly recommend that you guys follow these runners. Both very high level, good runners. Really good people as well. I see we are joined by daotmb. Dao, congratulations, GG.
I needed a lot of help from Xelna to win, but
hey, you got a PB. You won your race. How you feel?
I feel like I'm the only person who picked me in brackets to win.
Well, with this, you're going to be going on to face Andy in the next match. How are you feeling about that?
Fine, I guess. I need to play a little bit better than. Should be easier than Xelna, I would think.
You've been you were following along with us, I believe, right?
Kind of, a little bit.
Yeah, we had you kind of took the lead in Palace of Darkness, and then lost it actually before Ice Palace, and then gained it back. So kept us on our toes, friend.
Yeah, you really didn't give Xelna too much of a wiggle room. I mean, you maintaining that lead even for I think you maintained at most like a 30-second to 40-second lead was like the longest, but just like your consistency in staying ahead and then being able to take it back with the icebreaker and just maintain that lead was really, really amazing to watch.
Yeah, I mean, kind of learned a lot from Greenham and Fricker, and they always say consistency is key. So my goal is basically just do it in any way that I can do it. And if it's fast, then that's good. And if it's not fast, then at least I can do it.
All right. I mean, really, really just a wonderful, wonderful run. you are, as Apathy Duck 07 Salute has mentioned, you are currently winning in predictions.
I was winning before this, and I'm
That's
still
fair.
winning after this. So
Well, all right, we're here for you. I don't think I have any other questions. Ninnies, do you have anything to add in?
No,
All right,
I mean, it was
we're
a solid
here for
race
ya.
from both of you. You know, there's just small hiccups from either one of you, but I mean, you know, in a race setting, especially a high pressure race setting like this, you know, with all the nerves would have destroyed, you know. So I think you did a really, really good job.
thank you.
And I think with that, we're gonna pass it back to Nori to take us out. Please join us for any more AD/RMG races that we have.
Yep. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Let's see. Get the schedule. Sorry for the keyboard. I believe there might be a match tomorrow.
There should be one tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Okay.
I believe that is Glan. Oh wait, no. 5 p.m. Casnode versus Greenham.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, and I'm not. I don't think there are any more that have been scheduled for next week so far, but hopefully there should be soon. We do have other things. You can always check the schedule. Also, thank you. It's Anders and Ninnies. I thought of a cool way to remember how to pronounce your name. Rhymes with wins with ease. Do you like that one?
I like that.
Also, Gigi's Dow on your win tonight. It was such a close race, and also Gigi's Xelna. Yeah, pretty much 20 seconds. That's pretty tight. 21 seconds. That's a really tight race. So, good luck to both of you in your next matches, and I guess we'll call it a night unless anyone has something else to say. And maybe
Happy National Chocolate Truffle Day.
Okay. So should I just call you wins with ease now, Ninnies?
No, I got knocked out of the brackets.
Okay.
Out of group stages. I definitely did not win with.
Okay, well, I'll just use
I
it.
appreciate it. It's nice for my ego.
Okay. I'll just use it to remember how to pronounce your name correctly. Okay. Well, thank you both, gentlemen. Thanks everyone for joining us. Have a good night, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.